Good morning, everyone. This is James Romelli from KeenOnTheMarket.com, and I want to talk about how I would set up an out-of-the-money call butterfly to trade earnings in the upcoming week here using EarningsHacker. Now, EarningsHacker not only gives me all of the historical data that I need to come to a decision, but it also gives me all of the fundamental, all of the options data that I need, and all the technical data that I need to make a decision on earnings. Now, I can see here that Netflix has a relatively split historical movement, that it's rallied 6 of the past 12 quarters with an average move of 17.72%. I can also see that the stock is trading well above the cloud, and EarningsHacker gives me a chart rank here of 585, which when we use their chart rank, it goes from -6 to +6. 585, very, very bullish. So with that in mind, I want to set up a call butterfly. Now, the options markets are closed right now, and we're going into the weekend here, so EarningsHacker doesn't quite have a trade yet. Next week, I would imagine it is going to spit something out here at us on Monday's open as a potential trade here for Netflix. But let's look at what I would do here. We see this chart very, very strong in Netflix. We can see here on the Power Alpha gauge that it has crossed, is starting to cross to the upside here. So I really, really like this setup here in Netflix. What I want to do, because it's such a high price stock, I can't buy outright options. I don't want to risk too much. So what I'm going to do is look at a call fly. So by looking for a call fly, I'm able to lay out a small amount of capital with a huge potential upside. And I can see here that they're implying around 67 or $66.50 movement in Netflix by next Friday's close, which is the week that contains the earnings. So with the stock at 680.60, I would add that 66.50 implied move in here, and I'm going to get an upside target just north of $745. Now, keep in mind that the strikes we're looking at today are not going to be the strikes that I have to play with come Monday, because the stock is going to split. But the technique with which I am going to calculate how I want to do this trade and how I want to set it up is going to be exactly the same. So what we're looking at here is an upside target of around 745. So I start to go ahead and price some stuff out with that 745 upside target in mind. And what I want to do is a butterfly of some kind. So I sell 2 of the 745 calls, and then I look to see how I can set up a butterfly here. And it looks like I can buy this butterfly, this $10 wide butterfly, for 20 cents, the 35, 45, 55. Now, this isn't the widest range of profitability to play in, but it's a fantastic risk versus reward setup. Netflix moves a lot on earnings, so I'm going to be given the opportunity to get this type of risk versus reward setup, and EarningsHacker guides me into these types of trades. If you guys want to know more about how I do this and exactly the process and thought behind every single type of earnings setup that we use here at Keen on the Market, please take advantage of the offer that we're giving you today. It includes a quarter of EarningsHacker, 3-month subscription to EarningsHacker, and access to our earnings course. So it's literally everything you need to learn to trade earnings properly and to start taking earnings setups that have you on the right side of probability and math and on the right side of risk versus reward. So please take advantage of the offer. This is exactly the type of method that I use here. We're going to go, it's an in-depth breakdown of all of this. Please check it out. I think you guys are really going to like it, and I think you're really going to like using EarningsHacker to trade earnings. Everyone have a fantastic weekend, and as always, happy trading.